Hello, everybody. Okay. Hey, Kelly. I'm excited, y'all. Just waiting for my partner to jump on in this thing. Happy new moon. I know. I was like, it's past my bedtime. Well, you will be nice and well rested. Hey, Tashi. Hey, Jody. Oh, hi, my friends.
Hi.
I know. Hey, oh.
Okay. Word to mother.
The mothership.
Thank you guys first for adjusting with the time. I know it's usually 8, but we had to push it because I had something to do. So I appreciate you guys for being able to make that shift with us on such an awesome day.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I thought about it. I'm like, 10 is kind of in alignment, actually, if you think about it, because we'll be finishing at 11, which is in alignment. And then 10 is about, alignment, and the 0 is about bringing it all together.
Sure is.
Exactly what we're doing.
Everything happens like it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny that I've set my alarm this morning. I'm a late sleeper. I'm a late sleeper, and so I had to set my alarm to be up at like 11:13 when it was actually the solar eclipse, and I didn't make it. I didn't make it, so
That's all right.
So
Oh, that was what happened? I didn't realize that. And normally I'm like, I sleep. And so it was interesting because I
right.
woke up today and around 11 something, like I just remember I was like just laying around in bed. I didn't know why I was up, but now I know.
Yes,
Subconsciously, I was in the flow of things. Didn't even realize that.
you sure were. I love. So yeah, solar eclipse, y'all. New moon in Sag. The vibes are magical. We have two giveaways from Doers Beats Thinkers. Shout out to Tiffany. So we're going to do a Sag Moon and a Sag Sun for the giveaways. And I heard you get a beaded bracelet, a crystal set, and some Palo Santo and incense. So it's a nice little gift.
I was actually looking for one of my t-shirts from Tiffany, Doers Beat Thinkers, because I have the Palo Santo and Chill. My cat's name is also Palo, but he's not Chill. But so I was going, but I couldn't find it, and I was just like, and I found this shirt that was custom made for me from a friend, and I said, you know what, of all days to own who I am or whatever, I'm like, psychic, healer, lightworky, Reiki, and soul. That is me.
Oh my God. So
Redefined,
cute.
probably Korea, but anyways.
I love
I think it's a good opportunity to redefine how I see that, as well as just the vibes that we're bringing in, because that's kind of what the Sagittarius season and new moon and eclipse season is all about. So, Sydney, if you want to take off and just get us going here about all the wonderful goodness of this divine timing and cosmic chat.
So the new moon obviously, I like to pull the Moonology cards. And so the new moon from the Moonology card always talks about, well, the new moon in Sagittarius is about luck is on your side. So if you guys didn't know, today, like we were saying, is very magical. Sagittarius is a very lucky, good fortune sign. And so it's ruled by Jupiter, which is about all of the good luck and the expansion and the growth and all that stuff and optimism, right? It's very optimistic. So today, hopefully you've been feeling pretty optimistic, pretty uplifted, despite any random things that may have been coming in that could have thrown you off. You kept that optimism up. So yeah, the luck is on your side. That's really what this day is about. It's really a positive day, you guys. Like, this is like one of those super lucky, awesome new moon energies that are happening. And obviously it happened right after 12/12 on Saturday, which was the portal. And so I feel like that kind of started it off, and then we're going to be coasting all these cool astrological alignments for the rest of December. Including what everyone's been talking about, the summer or the winter solstice, which we can tap into that a little bit. But know that you're not going to wake up as an X-Men, okay? Just remember that.
I'm already an X-Men.
Unless, right, you are an X-Men, right? Like, if you haven't been doing the work, it's not going to show up that day. But if you have been.
I think there's a lot of, it is a high energetic day when it comes down to frequency and stuff, but you know, it's funny because I do, just to touch on it briefly, I see a lot of people talking about like, we're going to wake up and it's going to be this, and I'm like, you know, we're like, it's going to be cool to see what powers we have or we get and all this, and I'm just thinking, it's really just a day of remembrance, y'all. You already had this shit in you. You're just, all the veils, the illusions are going to be lifted so you see yourself as you truly are. So okay, you know, but that's just
right.
my opinion, you know.
Right. If you're in alignment, if you're doing the work. If you haven't been doing any work, it's going to probably feel like a regular day. And you're going to be like, what's everyone talking about?
You haven't done the work and it's time to do the work. But, you know, who knows? We'll see.
Yep, that too.
You will see.
We shall. But, you know, like I said, this new moon is kind of ushering all that energy in. And the Moonology card talks about expect powerful change with new moon and a solar eclipse new moon. Mm-hmm. So that is really telling, because I really feel like the shift is happening at the end of this year to kind of just like push us into 2021. So I hope you guys are feeling the good vibes. I hope today's been one where you even if something came your way, you saw it in a positive way. You saw the glass half full instead of half empty, because that's kind of the energy that I want us all to like keep with us as we're going into the rest of December. I will talk about my tarot, and then Keisha can talk more about all the other awesome stuff that's going on with Jupiter and Sagittarius and all that. But I did get some really cool tarot cards that like went in alignment with what's going on. The first being the Wheel of Fortune, which I love. So fortune, what I just said at the beginning, good fortune, good luck, all that stuff. This talks about good things coming your way and it being destined. So even what we were just touching on a second ago about the 21st, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. It's nothing that you are having to do or try to do. It's part of your destiny, your journey. So the Wheel of Fortune came up for us. And
it's like a soul agreement.
Exactly.
You've already made an agreement. So just chill. Burn Palo Santo and chill.
Exactly. And it's the 10th card. So it talks about that completion, like that full circle beginnings and endings thing. So we really are in a state where things are really shifting in such an awesome way. The other thing that came through was the fire energy of the Three of Wands. So I love that, in alignment with Sag energy. And this is about action. So fire is all about being active anyways and like doing. But what I got, the other card that I got was the Hermit, which I think is really cool, because feels like this is internal action that we are all taking. And this is not outward, not I'm going to go apply for this job or I'm going to go and do this. It's like I am now going to make the shifts within for me to be who I am to be, who I'm destined to be the magical X-Men that I am. It's realizing that that shift is happening within, and the answers are here and not out here. They're internal, heart chakra centered. I know we'll talk more about that. And so I really love that that came through, because it is a change, a time for action based off of your internal, knowing who you are and where you're going from where you were. So that is my overall message when it comes to this new moon in Sagittarius energy, which, and solar eclipse. Crazy. It's been a crazy day.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of cool, actually. A few things you had touched based on, Sydney, was like the Wheel of Fortune is about a turn of events and so forth, you know, getting things moving. You can't reinvent the wheel, but you can definitely get it moving in a different direction, whatever,
Right.
which is interesting because I had to put air in my tire, which is also a wheel today. So it was like, oh, interesting. You got to inflate that. But aside from that, you said it was like the 10th card, and we're starting our meditation at 10 p.m. Go figure. But aside from that, something else that you were speaking on was looking at things like the glass half full. And so this time right now is really about, just to kind of go back a little bit, you know, a new moon is about new beginnings, right? With that being in Sagittarius, the energy of Sagittarius is very much about like exploration, discovery. They're kind of like the gypsies in a way of the zodiac. They like to explore, discover, take risks, be the adventure seekers. But also with Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter, it's also about expansion. It's about higher learning. It's about luck. It's about fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune card is perfect for that. And it's about just being larger than life, taking up space. Every Sag I know is larger than life, right?
Yeah.
And then fire can be that one too, which rules Sagittarius. It's expansive. It's transformational. It will burn through whatever the hell it has to in order to recreate something new. So sometimes there is a death or a burning, you know, up of things, letting go, but also illuminating certain things as well in the process, right? That's what fire does. And with fire, we typically associate that with passion when it comes down to emotions, passions, you know, what fuels your fire from within, what sets your heart on fire.
Yes.
And then on top of that, I thought it was really cool too, because not only is Sagittarius and Jupiter about you know, expansion stuff and higher learning, but it's also about shifting your perspective of things. And when it comes down to a solar eclipse, what that means is basically that you have the Earth, and then you have, what I understand, the Earth, and then there's the sun, and the moon kind of goes in between, you know, the two or something.
It
So
blocks
um,
the moon.
yeah.
It's like in between. Yeah.
With that, it's kind of interesting because it may bring certain things that have been the shadows to light, you know, and the new moon is dark. It's hard to see. You do have to go inwards like the hermit. It's more introspective, getting that information, that source from within instead of outside of yourself, and just shifting perspectives, the way you normally see things. And I think it's really cool because one thing I like to share with people is that when it comes down to your thoughts, it's really not the thought itself that matters. It's the emotions that you have attached to the thought. That came to me last night meditation. I was like, what? Deep, okay.
Yes.
Start with that one, because your emotions are a lot more powerful than your thoughts, right?
Yes.
The heart is 10 times more magnetic in frequency than your actual thoughts. And so I've mentioned before how your thoughts have an electric frequency or currency to them. It's kind of like when you have a new thought or you meditate, you'll notice that the neurons, they kind of fire off, you know, and this synapses that happens creates what it looks like on like an MRI or something, a electrical currency. So your thoughts have an electric frequency. Your heart, however, has more of a magnetic frequency. So the two, when they come together, creates an electromagnetic frequency, which makes up your aura, and that's why you attract what you're thinking and feeling.
I love it,
Right.
Dr. Keisha. Yes,
Woo! Who
Dr.
am I?
Keisha.
But I'm me, bitch, I'm me, right? But but
Physicist.
um, I got a whole lot. It's just all exciting to me today.
No,
But
that's such an awesome way to
also,
talk about the aura. I never
yeah,
thought of it like that at all. And I think it's
electromagnetic frequency. That's why it's based off
right.
your thoughts and emotions, which are all held within your chakras, right? And so I don't want to get too off subject, but basically the energy that you hold within your body, your thoughts, your emotions, it emits a frequency, a vibration, a currency into your aura that's projected, and others can perceive that or sense it. And that's why for me, I feel like the best way to describe that as an example would be, it's like when you go to the movies, or when we used to, you would see the movie projector, and then you
Yeah.
see the image on the screen, right? So to me, the movie projector is the chakra, the layer. You have 7 layers in your aura, but the layer of the aura is projected in is like the movie screen that you're seeing.
You're
Okay.
chilling me up. I got chills.
Random information to go back to the point of we were talking about just shifting perspective and
Right.
things like that, right? Higher learning, so forth. You learned something new today. And then
Like a
on top
true
of,
Sagittarius moon,
I
giving us
know,
the philosophical ways.
yeah, just that's my thing. But yeah, that's why I'm also really excited because I'm like, oh, it's a new moon. I do the new moon ones, and it's Sagittarius moon, which my moon is in Sagittarius. So I'm like, how awesome is this? But anyways, aside from that, when it comes down to shifting your perspective and how you see things, you're mentioning the glass being half full. And I know a lot of people say, well, the glass either half full or it's half empty. To me, the glass is always full because no matter what the liquid is in it, oh, matter of fact, here we go. Perfect example. No matter how full or how, low, whatever it is, it could be rocks, stones, liquid, I have tea in here. No matter how low or high it is, the glass to me is always full because this is still taken up by air.
Right.
Air still takes up space.
Yes,
You
it
just can't
does.
see it. It's
Yes,
just,
it
it's a little more
does.
intangible and so forth. You don't always see the effects of air, but it's still there. So to me, the glass is always half full. It just depends on the perspective that you are choosing to see it in, right? Anyways.
Teacher Keisha came to play today,
I
y'all.
with the shits today.
I'm like,
I have notes and everything,
okay. Yeah. I'm taking notes, okay?
Just watch the replay, y'all. It's okay. It's okay. But anyways, aside from that, we were going to also go into the Jupiter Saturn conjunction junction. What's their function
What
on
is
the
it?
21st? And like I said, to me, it's more of a day of remembrance because it is a day where, on a celestial level, you do have these two that are going to be riding pretty much beside each other. It's kind of interesting because Jupiter is all about expansion. Saturn
Right.
is about boundaries. Okay, you think of the rings around it, it's like a
Restricted.
belt. It's restrictive. Yeah, it's like wearing a belt. So it's restrictive, and so this is a good time to actually kind of break free from some of those restrictions that
Yes.
you may have been putting on yourself, whether it's through your thoughts, your belief system, feelings, things like that, and just kind of, I just want to say, like, forging ahead, with that adventurous, risk-taking spirit. But with the energy of Sagittarius, you also have that luck on your side, that good fortune on your side. Whatever's destined for you has and always will be there. So it's just about allowing yourself to receive that. And like I was saying, it's also about just kind of with these two coming together. They say, I think it's like last time this happened was when Jesus was born, I guess. And I'm thinking that's what
When Jesus
that's
was
what the
born.
star was. Yeah, that the
Yes.
3 wise men followed. Okay, that's that
Yes.
because they call it some kind of star. I forgot what it was called.
I think
Not
it's
in
a
the Bible.
Christ star. I
Yes,
think it's called a Christ star. Yeah.
okay, well, there you go. But with that being said, it's kind of like, your own inner light. You are the star of the show and following your true north, basically. And so I think that's really cool with that. And with the whole waking up and just having this expectation of being completely different, to me, that's a little bit of a, interesting
Unrealistic.
space. A little bit, yeah, a little unrealistic. You might have some epiphanies, some aha moments and stuff like that, but at the same time, you can't just assume that if you haven't been doing any work that you're just going to wake up and everything's just going to be
Right.
just, completely different. You do have to
Right.
work in harmony with spirit and universe to co-create those things. For
Right.
me, like I said, I think it's more about clarity in who you are, more authenticity coming through, more truth
Yes.
coming through,
Yes.
and realizing that you truly are the embodiment of the divine here having a physical experience. And so that is, to me, what will be illuminated. It's kind of weird because it's not weird. It's actually very, very awesome because it's also my mom's birthday. So, yeah, I'm like, our family couldn't be any more witchy. But she's a Sagittarius, and she is that to the fullest. But I think when it comes down to that, all the gifts and powers that people may be expecting, if you think there's certain ones that like, oh, it'd be cool to have that gift or have that gift, maybe in a past life you've already had that, or
Right.
on another level, that's something that you can start to acquire more knowledge, some higher learning, and gain that. So that's the way I kind of like look at it more on a practical level. But
Yes.
these are all things that you've agreed to on a soul level, anyways, and it's kind of a
Right.
karmic thing. And then guess what? Saturn rules karma.
Karma all
So
day.
exactly. So it's
That's
about
why those Saturn returns are tough.
exactly. And right now Saturn's going to be going into Aquarius, so we'll be going into the age of
Yes.
Aquarius, which is all
Age
about
of
technology.
Aquarius.
You're right.
Age of Aquarius. I'm excited. We're gonna get that's what makes me excited, that it is in Aquarius. And I'm because it is such an innovative, fun, interesting, futuristic, forward thinking, and that's what we we have no choice. It's like literally divine timing that this
Yeah.
is, obviously.
Yeah, and a lot of people also, depending on who you talk to, and if you're talking to me, you're gonna get all of it. But not only is it just the age of Aquarius, but a lot of people talk about this fifth dimensional energy. Some also corresponded to the Christ consciousness energy. Well, then guess what? There you have it. We have the Christ star that will be able to be seen, or that we'll be experiencing at the same time. And so that Christ consciousness isn't necessarily about a religious belief. It's more so about the frequency, the vibration, the enlightenment that Christ himself brought. And that a lot of times when we were talking
That's
about
within all of us. It's
exactly,
within us.
we're created like in his image, so, or her, both. I think you need both him and her, obviously, because that's how nature works, right? But whatever.
Right.
Anyways,
it really does.
Yeah.
I've been watching this Alien series on Netflix, and it is very interesting. But yes, we need both.
Party. That's actually a cool idea. So yeah, so just it's just it is a lot of things. It's a lot of things that are happening right now. But I think one of the best ways to go through this and to really just flow with it is to, get plenty rest, listen to your body, go within, kind of like the hermit, we were talking about, and also just, like drinking water, rest, but really just trying to honor what speaks to you in the most authentic, truest form. And then from there, if that's your foundation, it can only get better, and everything that is meant for you to experience and to be, it's already there. You're just going to remember it with more ease and grace. And with things like this, a lot of people put a lot of emphasis and all this, they amp it up, and to be honest, it sometimes gets like a little bit of anxiety because like, ooh, okay, well maybe this will cut all this out, and it's just like, nature moves with ease and grace, like nothing is rushed, but everything is accomplished. So give yourself that permission to have that grace as you move through this, grace and grounding, just.
And I love the authenticity. That's super true. Because I feel like, that's the core, being yourself, being who you're here to be, not who you're here, what people think or how they perceive you, because that is not in alignment. Like pretending and that's why, to your point, all of the extra conversation around it has been a little, I understand that, because I'm kind of just like, do you even know what you're talking about, or are you just talking? Like,
Yeah. I just like to use discernment and realize that whatever someone else's truth is, it doesn't have to be mine unless it truly resonates. But like I said, I think for me, this is also very personal because I was telling you earlier, before we get into meditation, I was telling Sydney earlier that my Jupiter, the way my chart is set up, my Jupiter is in Virgo, which is very auspicious timing, and then also, or placement, I guess, sorry. And then my Saturn is in Libra, so you have Virgo and Libra, and I'm like, oh, I'm a Libra, she's a Virgo, look at that. My moon is in Sagittarius. I'm like, I'm all about this. You know, so this is really pretty cool how all this is working. And I just hope that you all feel our excitement as well. I want to bring it
Yes.
down a notch. Sydney, is there anything you want to add before we get into meditation?
No, I just do think that if you guys do have a crystal, like I saw in Keisha, I got pulled to red jasper earlier, and I really felt very connected. So if you guys do have a favorite crystal that you like to meditate with, I would grab that because I think this is a time to really connect with those properties as well.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, y'all, let's get to it. Take a nice deep breath. And just allow the belly to fill up with air, expanding and bringing that into the chest as you inhale through the nose. Releasing an audible sigh through the mouth as you exhale through the chest, decompressing the belly. Inhaling once again, allowing the belly to fill up with air, allowing the chest to expand, bringing that all the way in. Opening the mouth as you audibly exhale, releasing the breath in the same manner, chest and the belly. Taking another deep breath, filling the belly with air, filling the lungs and the heart space, chest. Exhaling through the mouth, releasing the chest and the belly. Just continue to breathe at your own rate, own pace. Give yourself permission to just relax. Knowing that you are safe. Safe to go on this adventure deep within yourself, to explore that which you truly are. Divine being. This human experience that we are going through as individuals and as a collective. Just noticing those thoughts, maybe moving through the mind, giving yourself permission to detach from them and just become the observer of those thoughts. Riding that next wave of breath deeper within, acknowledging your emotions and how you're feeling without judgment. Just notice. Moving deeper within your physical body, and perhaps you scan your body from head to toe, acknowledging any areas of tension, any areas calling for your awareness and attention, sending that breath to those areas and inviting them to relax and to be at ease. Allow yourself to relax just a little deeper. As you awaken the power of your imagination, allowing your intuition to guide you, directing the power of your intention to expand your energetic presence beyond the space that you're in at this moment. Expanding beyond your city and your state, your country, this earth, allowing it to stretch as far, far out into the universe, becoming completely limitless. Taking a nice deep breath. As you settle in to this divine, safe, and sacred space you just created. And just breathe. When you're ready, you'll begin to sense or notice divine golden light flowing to you, finding you in this moment, right here, right now, as it rests on the crown of your head, illuminating the divine wisdom that is available to you, the infinite knowledge that is here to support you, divine guidance and insight flows to you with ease. And just take a moment to connect with your crown being illuminated by this golden light. It's as if a halo surrounds your crown. Begin to remember the divinity that you are, claiming the creative essence of your highest self. As this golden light begins to ease its way down into the mind, you begin to visualize the dreams that you wish to accomplish, seeing yourself successful, victorious, proud of how far you've come, seeing yourself in divine truth, seeing all the plays that are needed to support you in your next steps. And perhaps you ask yourself, if failure was not an option and success was inevitable, what would that look like for you? What would you do? How would you live? How do you see yourself from that perspective? Breathe. Relaxing the crown and the space between the brows as they are filled with this golden light. Bringing it down into the face, relaxing your jaw, moving it down into the throat, and just connecting with this golden light here in the space of your throat that allows you to speak your truth with ease and to communicate not only to others, but the spirit, to hear that voice within you, Sometimes it's a whisper, sometimes it's loud, but allow it to serve you. You give yourself full permission to express yourself in the most authentic way. This golden light here in the throat space dispels any doubt or any uncertainty. It releases the opinions of others that may be in your space. Any vows, creeds, karmic ties that no longer serve you from showing up as a divine being that you truly are. Relax. Breathe. And invite this golden light down into the heart space. If you choose to, you can bring your left hand to your heart. And just relaxing the shoulders, your arms, your hands as you do so. Allowing this light to fully illuminate your heart and all the love and affinity that is there, compassion, forgiveness, the truth that lies within you. Breathe deep into this heart space. Exhaling fully as you release any and all blocks within this space, keeping you from remembering that you are infinite love and light. Once again, relaxing the crown, space between the brows, softening in the throat and the heart space. Just breathe. Because this heart space is the bridge between not only that of ourselves and others, but above and below, our higher and lower self. You're going to allow your imagination to drop down into the earth. And from there, you'll begin to see a divine light coming up from the center of the earth into the soles of your feet, moving into the ankles, up your calves and shins, into the knees, flowing across your thighs, filling your hips, and settling into the base of your spine. This area here is all about your dynamic physical presence. And as this area is filled with light, of any color that serves you, you'll feel it expand, allowing you to truly tap into the abundance that you need, bringing good luck and fortune for you to experience the magic that is here for you in this physical realm. And just see if you can relax this area at the base of your spine before moving this earth energy up into the low belly, this area that ignites your divine passion, creativity, fertility, so that all of your intentions and dreams have been planted with this new moon and fertile soil. You are connected to the earth and receive her bounty. Breathe. And there is no rush. But as this earth energy that's moving up begins to clear any all blocks within your physical presence, your creativity and inspiration moves up into the area of the solar plexus, the area just above your belly button. From here, your power center is ignited, your confidence, your ability to attract luck and fortune, opportunities that serve your will and divine will. You breathe deep in this area, allowing it to relax, release any fear, anxiety, uncertainty, or doubt. So that you can allow your light to shine brighter and to be fully seen and heard. Your most authentic expression of divine truth, love, and light. the next breath, I'll bring this earth energy into the heart space to dance with this cosmic energy that is also within your heart space. Perhaps if you put your left hand there at your heart, you now bring your right hand there as well, marrying these two energies together, allowing them to dance and intertwine. A magical, mystical moment. What is it that truly sets your heart on fire? What is your heart's truest desire? And with all that you are, may you receive all the goodness that this timing, this world, this universe has to offer with ease and grace. You are wisdom, intuitive, truth. You are dynamic, creative, powerful. May you receive this and better in all of your todays and tomorrows. And so it is. Take a nice deep breath within this heart space that holds the gifts, blessings, talents, truths of why you are here and who you are. Through all time, space, dimensions, and reality, remember your truth, this truth. So be. Slowly into bring your awareness back into the space you're in, back into your body, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, giving yourself a nice hug and all the love and compassion that you give to others, to yourself. Gently opening the eyes when you are ready. Perhaps drinking some water or taking a nice deep breath once again. As you come out of trance.
Beautiful. Seriously beautiful.
Yeah, it's a little bit, switch up from what we normally do, but if you've taken, intuitive development from me in the past, you kind of get the idea where I was going. We just kind of ran our energy a little higher up. We just brought both the earth and the cosmic into our heart space today, and allowed that to bring it all together. So. I know we have some gifts, so when you are ready, you can go ahead and drop.
Sag Sun, Sag Moon.
Sun, the Sag Moon. Oh, thank you.
I think I think my Sagittarius, my Saturn, and my Jupiter, I think are both in Sagittarius.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy. Yeah. Which most people, because I know those are stationary or whatever they call them planets. So, like, if you're in a certain age group or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Mariah.fit. I got my Sag Moon, and Real Linda J is the Sag Sun. Y'all are on it. Sagittarius is all about action, and they were like, pew, right?
Like that match.
Real quick. They're like, I have got it. So cool. Oh, we got all these sages now. Mariah.fit and Real Linda J. If you want to hit up Miss Doers Beats Finger, that is my friend Tiffany there, to claim your gifts. We do have her tagged in our posts on both my page and Sydney's and our Arcana ATL page. She's also pinned in our the comment here for tonight's meditation. So that should be fun. Hopefully you all will be gifted something that resonates with you, and I'm sure Miss Tiffany, because she is an astrologer, healer, and crystal specialist, I'm pretty sure she will feel that out and send whatever she needs to, the gifts to you intuitively. So thank you, ladies, for being with us.
There's a question. Do time passages tell you what sign your planet is in? Time passages.
That's an app.
Oh. Is it?
Oh. Yeah. Yes. Does the Time Passages app tell you what sign your, what is it? What does it say?
Sign your planet is. Oh, I see. I think she wants to know. Oh, I understand what you're saying. You're wanting to know what planets are ruled by what signs?
Yes.
Or what signs rule what planets? I think that's the question.
Your Venus is in this, your Mars in this. Yes. So an app like that, Time Passages, also Sanctuary World app.
Sanctuary, shout out.
I like Sanctuary World, and Sydney here is actually a reader for them.
I am a reader on Sanctuary World, and it's a really cool app, and it's very intuitive and like easy to read. So I would definitely
like that. But that's another good, I guess, since you work with them, we should probably plug them, huh?
Yeah, let's do
Time Passages, Sanctuary World. I have another one called Horo or something, HORO, something like that.
There's also like what is it, Time Node or something?
Yeah.
I think it's like Time Node or something like that. I think I have too. But Sanctuary World really is the easiest. It's like the cleanest, and it's the easiest to like understand. So
yeah, I think so, and I like it too because with Sanctuary World, it'll tell you, give you a horoscope reading, basically like a little brief one about your sun sign, your rising sign, and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool, and then it's really easy through the app to book a reading and stuff like that as well, and they're very affordable and so forth. So I think people there
and their Instagram is super cute. It's super cute. Like if you guys like memes and stuff about signs and all that, their Instagram is super dope.
And it's very colorful. Very Yeah, and I like also they have if you do the horoscope part, of the app, it will also give you like a power emoji and stuff, and I think that's kind of cute too because sometimes it's a lot of times it is very spot on. So I think that app is actually really good for that as well. So yep, yep, yep.
So we
Um,
shall return on the 29th is the full moon.
mhm.
We may have to do because obviously we have the window. We've learned that by now. We have a
Yeah.
window, so we may have to do the day prior or the day after if we
Hmm.
can't do that exact the 29th, but we will let you know for sure.
Yep.
Um, Yes, and maybe we'll hop on randomly on the 21st, the winter solstice, Yule. If you
Yeah.
celebrate Yule, that's also Yule.
I can't believe you just did that. Now watch me, you. Um, that's like
Hilarious.
crazy sad energy. But
Yes.
yeah, and I think also what is it? This was actually the last new moon of 2020, y'all. So dream big. You
I
know,
hear
like I
2020.
mean Sagittarius, they're seen with the archer, the arrow. So, shoot for your dreams, you know what I mean? Like, and if you miss, you can fall amongst the stars, as they say. But yeah, someone asked about the co-star. They're laughing at me.
Oh,
Someone asked about the co-star and the pattern app.
pattern. I
I
don't
haven't
I don't
tried
like
co-star,
them.
but I did like the pattern. But then I ended up having way too many of those like horoscope astrology apps on my phone.
Yeah.
And I realized for me personally, with like the pattern and stuff, I liked it because it tells you like what cycles you're in and so forth. But just, at the end of the day, remember you have control over your destiny. To me, like fate is what's supposed to happen, what you have a soul agreement to do or accomplish. Destiny is kind of like how you get there. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
So it to me, I like the pattern. Like I said, I haven't done the co-play, but I do like the pattern. It's just sometimes I would get too caught up in it, and I felt like it was kind of like I was like looking for validation maybe outside of myself or something. So
Hmm.
just remember that it's nice and insightful and informative, but at the end of the day, just take what resonates and whatever
And
doesn't.
leave what doesn't. Yeah. I
Exactly.
don't like CoStar just because I don't like the interface. I think it's confusing. I think if you're not some like brainiac astrologer, it can throw you off. It's very confusing how they have it set up. So I like things that look clean and are easy to navigate. So
Yeah.
it wasn't my favorite.
And someone
Um,
said, y'all are so funny. Someone said CoStar will give you your chart. I believe Sanctuary World does also give you your chart as
it
well, but I
does.
like it because, and then Felicia says, she's like, I'm basic. Well, Sanctuary World app would be great because it is very clean. It's a very friendly user interface. So I really,
Yeah.
really like that app. So if you're looking for a basic app, I think Sanctuary World is probably out of the ones that have been mentioned, probably the cleanest, the most simplest, and it's just cutesy too. So
It's super cute. And I, like Keisha said, I do readings on there. It's my first app job. So I'm very excited about it. This is my second week. So that's actually why we had to move it to 10 p.m. because I had a shift earlier. But yeah, it is cute. CoStar confused the hell out of me. And then
right.
if you want to go to a .com, I like Astro-Seek. They're my favorite when I go to a .com to pull up charts.
Okay. I actually like for charts like on a .com, I like cafeastrology.com. That's the one I use. There's a lot of different charts you can use and a lot of them are free.
Yeah.
You can download them and so forth and
Astro is cool too because it brings up all the moon. It also has a tab and you can go to the moon phases. So it'll tell you, like I go to it all the time to be like, what's the moon in? Because something's being weird. And then I go pull it up and I'm like, oh, it's in whatever. So
yeah.
I like that because it's got the moon phases on there. And
Okay.
it breaks it down for the whole month. Like, and it tells you your
Okay.
organs that are associated with it and like all this other stuff. I like it. I like information
Yeah,
that's helpful.
sometimes it gets a little, I get bombarded, and
Right. That's
the
helpful.
Libra in me is kind of like, it's too much. I don't know which one, and I'm just like, I don't want none of them.
Yes. Yami. That's the one I was talking about. Time
Yeah,
Nomad. That
time.
one's
Okay.
yeah, that one's very a lot of information. If you're like me, like likes information, that one's very and nice visuals too. I like that one. I like that one.
Well, y'all, I don't know why time is not counting down. It's weird. It's done
We'll
it
talk
before.
for forever.
Right. So, because we're infinite. No, but
Yes.
so this is our time passage. But anyways, we'll be back in 2 weeks, everyone. Thank you all for being here. Many blessings to you. Peace and love and happy manifesting. Always, hopefully you ask that you receive whatever you ask for or better, and with ease and grace. So
Yes. And so it is.
that would.
We'll see y'all. And remember,
Yes.
DM Tiffany for your presents or your gifts.
Exactly. All right. Yeah.